Hi, hello. It is the website. It is the website of IELTS Simon with ex-IELTS examiner, as it is indicated. So that's why I think his advices are quite important because he has already been in that environment. So he worked as an examiner. Let's read his writing task 2 sample. Okay. Somebody asked me whether I had a sample answer for the question below, which comes from Cambridge IELTS Book 6. I realized I had an old essay that I wrote with some students, so I'm sharing that with you today. Okay. Today, the high sales of popular consumer goods reflect the power of advertising and not the real needs of the society in which they are sold. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Okay, so he generally advises to have one sentence final, okay, in conclusion. While advertising obviously influences our buying behavior, I do not agree that people make decisions that go against their real needs. And he generally says that introduction part must include 2 sentences. It is true that we are increasingly surrounded by advertising by companies that want to sell us their products. To some extent, I agree that advertising has an impact on sales, but I would also argue that we do need most of the goods that we buy. Okay, by the way, this essay doesn't include the part that in this essay we will discuss something, and I have seen 2 of IELTS examiners way of looking at this. One of IELTS examiner, one of ex-IELTS examiner thinks that it is not necessary and looks artificial to add this essay we'll discuss, and no need to do that. So he or she claims that it is better to say whether you agree or not. You don't have to add anything artificial on your writing. And also, interestingly, they all think that if you keep your introduction very long, IELTS examiner will think that you are trying to escape from writing samples, so you will not be able to cover the topic, the task, so that keep it with 2 sentences and keep it with 1 sentence, and save your energy for the body paragraphs. It is quite simple actually, but there are so many people and so many sample essays that make you think that you are doing wrong, or feels like there is no structure, standardization or something. Okay, let's read body paragraph, and yeah, let's read all of the sample. It is true that we are increasingly surrounded by advertising by companies that want to sell us their products. To some extent, I agree that. So this structure, this way of saying is important, because you can also say I partially agree or completely agree. Yeah, but you have to know all the way to tell it in your writing. To some extent, I agree that advertising has an impact on sales, but I would also argue that we do need most of the goods that we buy. Okay, it is not something that you can completely agree. So I think in that case, writing some extent agree is better, because I don't know how you think about it, but I think this way is easy to write and give sample about the topic. So introduction is, standard paragraph. So after we write our introduction, we must think that, so how we will use these two paragraphs. So these two paragraphs, as you see, these two paragraphs can possibly, one of them can possibly talk about advantages, one of them disadvantages. So as you see that on the other hand is used, so it means so in that paragraph disadvantages are listed. Okay, let's keep reading more. Advertisement can certainly tempt people to buy products that might not otherwise want. A good example could be the mobile phone. Every year people can be seeing latest models even when they already have a perfectly good phone. Perhaps it is the influence of marketing that led us to make these kinds of decisions. We want to stay up to date with the latest fashions, stay up to date, or own the newest high status device. The high sales of the iPhone seem to support this idea. Okay, so let's look at other paragraph. On the other hand, I believe that most people do not buy products because of the advertising alone. There are other good reasons why we make these choices. They always say that it's a lazy word, but okay. And there must be some kind of need before a person makes a purchase. New versions of products almost always have improved features that buyers may want. A new car, for example, may have greatly improved safety features, or it may be more economical to run, or it may pollute less. A new phone may allow the user to communicate more quickly or effectively, thus enhancing, so be careful the comma, enhancing their quality of life. In conclusion, while advertising obviously influences our buying behavior, I do not agree that people make decisions that go against their real needs. Okay, also be careful, your conclusion must be relevant with your previous ideas. So maybe during the exam, anxiety may lead you to make quick decisions, and you may write something different than you previously mentioned. So 261 words are used. Yeah, it must be in Band 9 essay because written by an IELTS examiner. Thanks for watching this video, and wish you luck with your IELTS exam. Have a beautiful day. Bye.